Hello, and welcome back to Ratchet Clank Ripped Apart. Last time we committed genocide again. This really is the Ratchet Clank game to all Ratchet Clank games.
Actually, we created extinction. Different
I
and
mean,
debatably worse.
it's kind of the same thing, though.
But now that he has the Dimensionator,
Not really. I don't want to get into the specifics. The genocide is really bad.
so if
They're kind of the same thing. It
They're,
depends.
they're like, kind of, but they are literally the exact same thing.
Is an alternate dimension
They are synonyms.
Were we meant to
I'm
team up
googling
too?
synonyms
They do seem
for extinction,
happy together.
and you can't stop.
Yeah.
Synonyms.
Like, if there is a difference, it would be like
What I'm used
past
to.
or present tense. That would be it.
Too.
Synonyms.
just
Ooh, I like all
temporary.
these synonyms. There's I guess this one's a dead one. Dying out. There's disappearance, vanishing, death, extermination, destruction, elimination, eradication, annihilation.
Okay, I get the point. Let's drop the subject before this turns to the video. Probably already upset the YouTube overlords, considering we were talking about this at the way beginning of the video.
Do you think that's where Nefarious got his entire vocabulary from?
Can't we talk about this over
Annihilate them, yes.
Mort, we don't care about you. We've already told you about.
No.
Also, those enemies are standing next to explosives. Are they stupid?
These guys.
Yes.
Nobody messes with the Morts.
Except
Oh, you
us.
Show the video. Did you show those? Oh, you did show those. Never mind.
Oh, and new weapon,
Black Hole Storm.
Black Hole Storm.
Is this as ridiculous as I'm thinking it possibly is?
It's
Is it
basically a
like
machine
the
gun.
Ratchet Clank 3 weapon? No. Oh, okay. I thought it
No,
was like
this isn't
suck-
the actual Black Hole thing.
Honestly,
the
kinda
Rivet
like
Booster
the
thing's the
name.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, why would they give you like an assault rifle machine gun when you already kind of have two when you think about it? You have the pistol, that shoots in 3. Ever since it upgraded to level 5. And then you have the not the pixelizer, which I just saw. But you have that electricity gun too. That's also kind of like a little machine gun. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of weapons that more or less have the same purpose in this game.
To be fair, it's always been a thing in Ratchet and Clank. I just
Yeah,
think
it's
almost
a little more noticeable here.
Yeah. Like, for example, in a Kraken time since we were talking about this, in the last few parts and stuff like that, you could argue that the Groovatron and the ice weapon are basically the same thing, except one is single target and worse, and other is multi-target and infinitely better.
Yeah. And this game kind of has the same problem, because you have the ice weapon, which is... I mean, to be fair, it is multi-target in this game, too, if you upgrade it. But only if you upgrade it.
But this one is weird also, because like this game has it has that like drill weapon, which is basically a missile launcher, but it also has the Warmonger, which is literally a missile launcher.
Yeah.
Maybe they were running out of ideas for random weapons or something.
I don't mind them having like some of the old classes come back. It's just, if you're going to do that, there's no point of having new replacements for it.
Yeah, it is kind of
Rivet.
weird.
Sorry you had to come save us again. We tried to hold our own.
Shut up,
They
Mort.
took
We
the
don't
zebra
trust you.
feed and everything.
Never trusted Mort.
Thingamajiggers is blocking it from taking off.
Hey, it's one of those things. Are we gonna have to fight them again?
Yes? No? Maybe?
The thingamajigger to us.
I don't know.
Raise her up. By the way, say hi to Pip.
That was so. Another thing, or a good example of bringing back a weapon but having a new variation, which I think is different enough to warrant it being a new weapon. The Glove of Doom and Mr. Fungi. They do a similar things, right? But they're different enough where I feel like it's fair to put them, as different things. If they did it more like that, I think it wouldn't
The
be
shield
as
finally leveled up.
noticeable. So what happens with the shield level up? Well, more damage, that's definitely apparent.
Either way,
I would assume things like ammo being worth less because this works by percentage instead of like shots.
I kind of wish this game had
The Emperor's not
the
just
future
going after the Morts.
trilogy where it would actually tell you the upgrade thing.
Come on, we have to keep
Like when
following.
it upgrades they told you
Yeah.
how to up your arsenal too, but you had to dig in the menus for it.
Well, yeah, they didn't up your arsenal. And to be fair, in Up Your Arsenal, they also did what's it called? Every
I mean, the
every
Morts,
enemy-
please, Emperor Nefarious, do it.
Oh yeah, I
Not a
agree.
talk for a hologram.
Why would I waste my energy fighting?
So wait, so these holograms can see us, but the ones before couldn't see Ratchet?
Such instance for a planet. Sargasso needs to Sargasso go.
Hey, at least the Nefariouses are becoming friends.
Sort of.
I mean, it went from, hey, he's a fan, to, hey, you can actually stand next to me and I don't care.
Keep laughing. We'll see how you feel when we bring
Anyways,
the
to
secret
finish up my
people.
thought,
Threatening you with holograms.
in Up Your Arsenal, though, you could also say that the levels, that they were kind of, for most weapons, they were streamlined, like, most weapons got, like, lock on at level 2 or level 3, or whatever.
Getting closer to the Seekerpede.
2?
Let's keep pushing
So there was
forward.
also that going for it. This reminds me of, like, Ratchet and Clank, you know, I was gonna say 2, but it doesn't, because Ratchet and Clank 2 didn't
Because
go for
Ratchet
5.
2 is a very different beast.
Yeah, it just straight up upgraded. It also depends
Snap
on
again.
whatever weapon you killed enemies.
Our counterpart is even more annoying. Believe me. What do you hope to do? Release that ramshackle Seekerpede?
Sorry, I'm just reading their dialogue.
Oh yeah, no, as you should. I'm trying to listen to on them.
Just you wait, Muppet. Having expensive plans in store for Sargasso.
Honestly, I'm surprised that the Fairy said that what's her name is worse, Rivet is worse.
No, he said that her counterpart is worse. So Ratchet. He
Oh,
said Ratchet is
okay,
worse.
Okay, I listened.
Yeah, no.
They just met, you know. I would be
Yeah, no,
surprised
there's
if
no
he-
way he would think that Rift is worse. So Rivet just lost this entire game. The one thing she did that was successful was fixing something that she broke.
So many ships. The Emperor's being very thorough.
You know,
It'll be okay.
I'm somewhat
Bring the
surprised that
Seekerpede and the fight will
the
start going our way.
person,
It will.
the people that were following Dr. Nefarious didn't question Dr. Nefarious' look at all, because it's pretty different from
Yeah, very. I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, they did say that he had another Gunther must kill. Actually, it's like that. Let's leave it alive because I want these done more.
Yeah, that's fair. What were you saying though about the look and appearance of Emperor Nefarious and Dr. Nefarious?
I was just saying that they did explain at the beginning of the, that he had been gone for a long time.
That is true. To be fair, though, they also have while they're, you know, different color schemes and one is taller, and the facial structure is slightly different for the new one. It doesn't look like, you know, it definitely looks like, I could see why you'd be like, you know, you got a new
They're
look
close
or whatever.
enough. I
Yeah,
mean, if someone that looks remotely similar to Nefarious ran around, said he was Nefarious, and the actual Nefarious is gone, I don't think they would really think twice about it.
Yeah, true.
Especially
But
given
the
that he was
Nefarious-
100% absolutely threatening them. Like the actual Nefarious, to mention.
Yeah.
Like, well, that does it!
To be fair, when Nefarious, the real Nefarious, or the Nefarious of this dimension.
Yeah, Emperor
came in-
Nefarious.
Yeah, when Emperor Nefarious came in and said, you know, he heard that somebody was fighting Nefarious or whatever. I mean, at that point, like, yeah, he was like, I had to see this, you know. The organic has rock. It's just like in a crack in time when they mention how you have a weapon.
Yeah. 2016 game did that too.
Did Tools do that?
I don't know if Tools did.
Shame they only have, like, at least in the sake of a crack in time, they only have, like, one line to mention it. It's like,
Yeah, I know Crack did it. I know 2016 did it. I'm pretty sure Nexus did it.
I guess it's just been a, shtick.
Yeah.
Save your Warmonger ammo.
One more game right there.
Warmonger. Pixelizer.
I'm not gonna buy Pixelizer. It was a pre-order bonus.
I'm surprised how little ammo these things have. The Pixelizer.
Yeah.
For shotgun. Most shotguns are used to having like 30 plus ammo. Honestly, most weapons in the game don't have that much ammo outside of like
They really don't.
3 machine gun weapons. And it's not like the lower ammo undervalues using other weapons compared to others. I mean, the other games were pretty balanced for the most part. Like, there was no reason to stick to one weapon because it just had so much more ammo than the other. Except for, like, the Rhino or something. That doesn't count. Hey, look at this boss.
Leveled up.
Again.
Oh yeah, and it's still not the last time we're gonna see it. Oh, they both leveled up.
Ooh, wait, did Dister Fungi turn into Miss Fungal? How does that even work?
Okay, I mean, I get like the Zircon sent to the Zircon family. Yeah, it did. I'm going to choose not to acknowledge that because it's going to bring up a whole bunch of questions I don't think I want answers to right now. And if I do want to answer them, I don't want to think about how they could be answered.
A temporary setback, he says. Hey, look at the Doom are still alive.
Yeah, I mean, they barely attacked that thing, that better be.
These stuff so much. They're not so much health, but like. It feels like we have so little health. I know you're on the hardest difficulty, and that's probably why.
Yeah, and
But
worth mentioning too, they don't have a special difficulty for, what's it called, for challenge mode. So this basically is challenge mode difficulty.
do they not up it even more?
Nope, they don't. This is it. It's as high as it goes.
Oh.
I think I mentioned that in the previous part. Let's go in. Oh, there it is. There's a
Oh, okay.
prompt.
That was odd.
Yeah.
Warbot. She's turning into a warbot.
Gary!
Kit? Kit! You're alright!
Wait a minute. Why is Gary calling her Kit?
That's a very good question that I did not consider
Because
until now.
Ratchet-
And
Yeah,
Ratchet made the name. I mean, to be
Ratchet
fair,
made
he seems to be some kind of weird all-knowing type being. So I guess he wouldn't be aware, but I don't know. Something's screwy.
It's fair.
Oh, so that explains why this all feels so familiar.
You know, at least this isn't as brain taxing as the Crack in Time game.
Dragon Time isn't that bad, at least until maybe the last, which is optional, by the way.
The optional ones to get the gold bolts can eat my butt. I hate them so much. I literally looked up a guide I didn't want to deal with. It was also because it was really late. But, like, I just not want to deal with them.
Throw it here.
I was about to say,
I
is
got
there
it
any
wrong.
reason why they're jumping?
I just need the button to stop being hit. There.
Dude, the ones in a Crack in Time are brutal.
That's intriguing.
Again, those are the
The-
optionals. Like, the story ones are fine.
Energy into action.
Yeah, I managed to get the skill point on the final one by complete
You're
accident.
just as fast a learner as Clank.
How bad are things now?
Well,
They're fine.
Clank.
circling the drain.
No, what if she doesn't know who Clank is, you know? Also, he has 3 fingers. Maybe he's Quark.
I assume the Emperor's
Captain Quark?
Yeah, maybe he's Quantum, actually.
Ah, that would
Captain
Nah,
Quantum?
he's just scary. Oh, dude, when are we gonna see Captain Quan? I hope it's in this part. Do you think we'll see him in this part?
No, it's probably gonna be next video. Because that's in the Ratchet level.
Talented, resourceful, very
Aw.
shiny.
You should have went there first, Mayo.
I considered it, but it seems like the better fit to do this one first.
What does that mean?
Any particular reason why? Is this just an easier level or something?
It is easier level for
You think
when there.
We have barely
I didn't know.
I am glad my
Oh, I probably still had the like. Yeah.
you were worried about that?
It
I just mostly just want to get the simple one done first because
It wasn't for
the
me.
one that Quantum's on is a decently long level, and I could see it maybe being
Of
2
course he would
videos.
be too.
And since we're only recording one today,
But you do think we'll be able to at least see Dr. Quantum. You do think we'll see Captain Quantum, right? Is his name? Is he Captain Quantum? Who is he?
Quantum.
that Energizer could use some energy.
It's something Quantum, but is it? I don't want to Google it because I don't want to spoil myself.
Yeah, no, you absolutely will spoil yourself. I'm pretty sure it's Captain. Is there a way to... Actually, they're running 4 now, so this can move.
Oh, and
Okay.
then you just grab that back. Will that? Oh wait, no.
That should be enough.
I don't understand how these puzzles work. I don't even know why I'm trying to tell you how they work when I have no clue.
Look at you, kid.
They're not too complicated, but I think something you have to kind of do yourself once or twice.
I feel like I'd have to either that or I'd have to literally be paying attention to like the first. I
Oh, Gary.
didn't pay like full attention on how the first one worked out. So if I knew how how it works based on that, I probably could like deduce it. But I honestly have no idea how you're moving some of these platforms or anything.
As we have been destined,
Is that what you think is happening?
I do not
The voice
know.
line cut off. Nice.
Ratchet, we worked well together, but I was always worried about disappointing him, and I still am with Rivet. But
Why are you worried about
it also
disappointing him? I thought you were
feels like
worried
we
about possibly
already know
killing him.
each other.
Yeah, that seems like a more valid fear.
I hope Rivet realizes how lucky she is.
And a fear that makes sense given the context.
Wow, feeling lighter already.
Hey, you by all intents and purposes, you should not be able to be wielding that currently.
Hold on. If I'm ever going to take a picture somewhere, I think this is the one to do.
Oh my
Don't you?
gosh, that pose.
That is amazing.
Get Gary in there.
Hi, Gary. You're just photobombing.
It really looks like he is too, with his fingers up like
He's
that.
like, hey. These can all stay. What actually I'll say is this. Honestly, even the lighting is fine. Let's just throw up our obligatory Captain Quark sticker and call it a day.
Use the really muscular one.
This one?
Yeah.
This one?
This one, especially because this is an area with a robot as is, so you know. This is just Quark being like, "This is what I'm going to do to you," and then he's like, "Hi, Gary."
Actually, I'm gonna shrink it out a little bit just so it doesn't cover Gary as much. There we go. Perfect. Okay.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
That one basically did it
I
for
think there
you.
are more spheres left to find.
Okay, so
Hey Mayo, can you tell everybody the story about the time you went to
one's up there.
Goggle.com?
I went and I tried to find thing, and I couldn't find thing. Thing.
Instead, all he found was a virus.
Energizer could use some Energizer.
Because it's Goggle.com.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to do a process. There. Is there even a place I can put something here? It doesn't look like it. They aren't helping at all.
I'm uploading a video not related to Yogaidr right now. You know the one. So hopefully it shouldn't screw around with anything. In case it does.
Yeah.
I can knock things
Cool.
There we go. That's the one I needed way back when.
You know that you've done better than I would have if I had been in your shoes, right?
That's not true. You're all knowing. You've been over.
Yeah, objectively untrue.
Without a lifeline, doing the last thing you ever
Oh, where's
wanted to do,
the
and you're succeeding.
Is this timing based?
Never have done that.
Like, wasn't there a lift sphere somewhere? Where did that go?
Ah.
That's the weight one. Where is the lift one?
Ah.
Oh, it's the wrong option, duh.
Go us.
That would do it. Okay, that should do it. They're all still crushed. Hi again, Gary.
These really do make me think of like bite-sized Kraken time. Like they're not time-based like those puzzles, but they feel almost very similar in design. If that even makes sense.
Kind of are. Which, I mean, I'm fine with that. I like the ones at Kraken Time. They're not my favorite
I guess
systems, they're good.
I guess it makes sense because they're clones, so you know you're
Yeah.
just working with clones, trying to get your clones to do stuff. Obviously, in a Kraken time, it's way more brain taxing. There's a lot more going on.
I mean, that's Clink's shtick, especially in that game, but it made
Wanna
sense.
blow that up? I can
Yeah.
be persuaded.
I still don't even think I mind them that much, just because I think it's paced correctly. It's like the first Ratchet and Clank game where I feel like they actually paced the Clank sections correctly. Because you know when they're gonna happen.
Here's ammo picked from crates by 20. It's good. And I have one Hurricane left.
Buzzblade.
Yeah, which Buzzblade's a funny weapon needs it. Hi, Nefarious.
What are they gonna say?
I had a Nefarious.
Oh, I do love watching others embarrassed themselves.
Hey, so, how you doing?
How could you possibly hope to defeat Team Nefarious? Right.
Become Keyblade wielder?
I'm rooting for you, Rivet.
Sure.
Now, I want to see how far you can go before I trample you.
Now,
That Mortis just chilling
see
there.
how far you can go.
I can't tell if that was Emperor Nefarious learning from Dr. Nefarious, or if Emperor Nefarious was always like that. Because that was a very Dr.
Something so.
Nefarious thing to say.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna watch to see how far you're gonna go.
Just so I can trample you, Lawrence!
Hey, we don't have any Lawrence in this game.
Honestly, if I could, like, yell right
Crash
now,
the party.
people are asleep, so obviously I won't. Plus my niece is super worse, but if I could, I would yell Lawrence. Like, actually. Ooh, it's doing its job. Shielding you.
Yes.
Do you know if, does it level up by shielding stuff, like the other shields?
I don't know. I know it levels up with attacks. I don't know if it does a shield, so I haven't tested for that. I've never seen it level up with shielding, but I also don't really watch the level up bar go up.
I mean, given how slowly all these weapons have leveled up, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't even possible to notice.
Maybe there's a way to damage its power source. Good
At least it feels like they've been leveling up very slowly.
Yeah, it feels like it for me too.
Simply brilliant. I hear the preparations are complete, Mr. Nefarious.
Mr. Nefarious, but they're both
Yes.
Nefarious.
But you, Rivet,
Other Nefarious.
You did?
Boom.
We locked onto Kid
Why is him complaining that it's Emperor Nefarious? That's very unnefarious of him. That's more Quark-like of him.
It really is. Then again, I guess Quark wasn't here to ruin Emperor Nefarious' day.
Did he just say planetary devastation?
Finally!
I-
Yes!
I mean, it's okay. They're just getting rid of the Morts. I honestly, I think they're doing you a favor.
Yeah, I think they're helping everyone.
straight through the planet's crust.
Those destructo beams can destroy an entire planet in mere minutes. The Emperor is going to wipe
Why
us
Okay, why are you slowing me down for this? It's because it's the tutorial for the inverted controls and the options.
I'm not gonna let him destroy my home.
You leave the mothership to us, Rivet.
I feel like I'm too used to inverted controls because so many games back in the day used it. I'm not really sure about that 100% though.
I'm about 50-50. I can adjust on the fly.
I can adjust eventually, depending on the game, but yeah, I think I'm slightly used to inverted, just because older games loved using inverted.
Oh yeah, they did. Like back in the 6th generation of gaming especially. like PS2, like original Xbox, GameCube.
Those shields are
Almost
impenetrable
every game
to
was
any weapon
inverted.
we have.
Yeah, that's why I'm like pretty used to it. Specifically, they were a mishmash, if I remember correctly, too. Like, left and right were usually fine, but up and down were, like, almost exclusively inverted. Or the other way around.
Oh, it depends on the game they were playing. They're playing games that flip left and right, too.
Here are the bombs Mort mentioned. Let's grab one.
It's, yeah, I know. It's, I don't know, it's just very... What's that? What's that? I want that.
It's a bomb. I like bombs.
See how their shields hold up against one of these.
You know what bombs do? They explode.
Boom!
Boom!
Eee.
Take that, Emperor Nefarious. Nice hit. Keep it up.
Shut up, Rivet. I want to hear Emperor Nefarious say something.
And Dr. Nefarious.
Tired of waiting. All cruisers increase beam strength to 120%. I want Sargasso
120%?
broken.
Oh, jeez. Things are rumbling and tumbling down here, Rivet.
Okay, come on. You guys are failing Nefarious. There's just one flying lizard in, like, hundreds.
Seriously.
There's a clear discrepancy happening.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I guess there's other Morts in the sky too. But to be fair, I don't see any of them compared to.
I don't either. No, it's just Nefarious's.
Destroy it all. Exterminate all of those flying creatures too.
Rivet, the battle cruiser's destructor
Hey,
is
I think Dr. Nefarious actually is more smart, you know, in terms of telling
Well,
him
he's-
what to do.
Well, there's a difference between Dr. and Emperor Nefarious. Dr. Nefarious has lost before. He knows what not to do.
Yeah, it's true. He knows how he's lost, so he's. You know, I wouldn't doubt if that ends up being the downfall. Emperor Nefarious is too like no, I know what I'm doing, and Dr. Nefarious is like, trust me, I've lost enough.
I've lost enough to all these. Like, I've lost the quad. Not taking anything personal.
I lost a car.
You're welcome.
Mort, break out the lemonade. We're getting crazy tonight.
Who do you think you are, Sly 2?
Another unlikely win just
Oh,
in time
hey,
to
how you doing, Emperor?
cross you off the list.
Why didn't you just come in the first place? You're gonna save yourself a lot of trouble.
Oh, who needs tradition?
Because
Let's
he's full of
spice
himself. It's
things
nefarious.
But Dr. Nefarious could still come.
We appear to be in a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
Luckily, the all-knowing Emperor didn't realize I know exactly how to get out of him.
Honestly. Well, no, honestly, Rivet. I mean, technically, Rivet's right. I meant to be more like, honestly, I don't know why he didn't just send her here to begin with.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, he did say, I want to see how far you get
You
before
could
I
say that.
crush you, so.
Quite a long time to win our galaxy back. Lost friends.
So, how long ago did Emperor Nefarious take over? I don't think we ever got an answer for this.
Not exactly.
Good question.
It
He does have
happened
the
during
whole
the mission.
entire, like, city to
I
himself,
found a
to be
secret
fair.
entrance into the Emperor's tower.
It's so bad that her model looks really wrong when she has both her arms.
The door was
Oh my god, you're right. I didn't even look at that. Now I can't unsee it. It
It's-
does feel weird. Oh, is this how we learn how she lost her arm?
Yep.
Yeah. I wasn't fast enough.
Wait a minute.
Then it just
She
It's-
lost. Yep. She lost her arm to Kit.
But
At the very least, a warbot.
arm, so it's not all bad.
Let's be honest. Bionic arms are cooler. I've played enough Metal Gear
That's
Solid
fine.
5 to know how much.
Oh, yeah,
cooler
absolutely.
bionic
This is an
arms are.
upgrade.
Check this
Or Devil May Cry 5. You know, it's always the 5 games.
Oh, they got me out of the pocket dimension without even letting me explore it.
Maybe Ratchet and Clank have.
Is there even
Think the
anything in
mothership
there?
was Sargasso. Like,
There she is.
I'm actually glad it tells you the progress you are to platinum. I'm assuming that's
what?
the
How do I hear Sargon Jr. from here? I mean,
Good
he's
question.
right, and I don't really want to start our goals yet, so, you know what? Let's go do some battle plans.
Oh yeah. Feeling good about this one.
Is that what the completion thing is, by the way, in the trophies on PS5? The percentage? Is that like trophy completion percentage?
No, it's the same as it is on PS4, where it showed you like the percentage of players that got it.
Ah, okay, so 55% of the players got that. Well, honestly, I would say I'm surprised, but I'm not, because there's so little people that have a PS5 that at this point that they'll
Well,
take
I mean,
any
it's
game
of
they'll
people
get.
that actually played it. It's not counting everyone that ever owned a PS5, obviously.
True. But either way, I'm still surprised. Because, again, not only does nobody have a PS5, but you guys are waiting for games to get. Honestly, you said the PS3 was a glorified PS2 emulator. PS5 is a glorified PS4 emulator right now.
I mean, it's true.
Both
I'm
statements?
sure it'll get better in a few years, but for now, it's
Oh, absolutely. Though, to be fair, it looks like the PS5 currently is more like... It honestly just feels like a PS4 Pro, I'll be completely honest right now.
I mean, for 99% of the games library, it is. Like, not even feels like it, straight up is.
Which, to be fair, for somebody like me who, wanted to get a PS4 Pro, but, didn't have the money eventually, at some point, it's gonna be great whenever I never do.
I'm not sure how many games you'd really care about that for, at this point. Most games that would have benefited for have released on PC since then.
Yeah, and there's been rumors, the rumor mill's been going crazy when it comes to more Sony games coming to PC.
Well, I mean, it was always going to go crazy. Whether or not it's actually going to happen, or which games will come, that's a different matter.
Given the fact that some games have came out, like Horizon Zero Dawn, the first one, which I never would have thought got a PC release.
Yeah, like, the others made a lot more sense. Like, the small one with, like, Detroit Become Human, that I don't want to say no one cared about, but they had very limited audience appeal.
Yeah, exactly. Days Gone was a surprising one, too. Feels like that would be something you would think Sony would just keep to themselves. Especially because
I don't know, it didn't seem like Sony really cared about that game. I don't feel like I heard anybody really talk about it either. Like, it got a little buzz when it came out, and then like 2 days later, no one talked about it.
Who knows? People have been saying it's overall a good game. So. And the people there who work on the Days Gone port apparently know what they're doing. Apparently the port is actually pretty good. So, which is funny because the Horizon Zero Dawn port is the complete opposite.
Oh yeah, it's an absolute travesty from what I've heard.
Yeah, exactly.
Never forget, Days Gone was developed by the Bubsy 3D team.
Was it Days Gone? I don't think it was.
Yep, it was Days Gone. It was Days Gone.
Oh my god, well, at least they improved. I'm gonna Google just to be sure.
Like, it's a thing that went around in a lot of circles.
I feel like this is I know what you're talking about, but I'm like almost inclined to say you're thinking of some other game.
If it is another game, then tell me what other game it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see.
Oh, I don't actually have my desk
I'm just gonna search up Days Gone Bubsy. That'll give me a... Let's see. Let me go to the Days Gone wiki page. That might be good. Let's see.
There, I finally got it. I can finally get rid of the death screen. Finally. Okay.
It's very positive on Steam too. And there's only one on the front page. There's only one thumbs down version of the thing. It's just the data collection report. I'm honestly not even surprised.
It's PC gaming. Actually, no, scratch that. It's just gaming in general.
It's also Sony. They love their data collection. Bend Studio. Let's see. They were acquired by Sony Computer in 2000. Are known for Siphon Filter. They made Siphon Filter?
Never heard of that before in my life.
Huh. It's an awesome PS1 game. Interesting. Anyways, let's see what games they made. Year. Dell Crossword Puzzles, Columbo's Mystery Capers, Live Action Football. Yep, Bubsy 3D, you were correct. It's right here. Published by
What game were you thinking of then? Because you were insisting it was something else.
I don't know. I have to think about that. I actually don't know.
It was like a failed game. Maybe it was the director. Let me look. Oh my god. I actually kind of feel bad for this guy. The director of Bubsy 3D. I mean, like, I feel like I probably shouldn't, but oh wait, no, sorry, the producer. The producer, like, he worked on Bubsy 3D, then he did, like, the last major game he did was Siphon Filter, and then he immediately stopped, like, making, like, games everybody knew about.
And that's again, what is Siphon Filter? I've never heard of this.
I guess while I'm on it. It's like, Siphon Filter was like this game. It's like a third person. So it was a third person not RPG. It was like it was a third person stealth game. God, I could not say that. Kind of in a similar vein to like to what is the name of the series and thing? A Splinter Cell. It was kind of like akin to like a Splinter Cell, but like I guess you could say the precursor to the Splinter Cell games. That had like a really cool plot going on for it. And for PS1 had some like really interesting gameplay because like it had things that most people probably didn't even consider at the time, like the level of danger you're in, how much armor you have, obviously like your ammo, if you're stealth or not. Like, it had a lot of things going for it. Honestly, it probably had more depth than like Metal Gear Solid 1. Like, it was a surprisingly in-depth, crazy game. It was kind of like a mixture of GoldenEye, Metal Gear Solid, and I guess what Splinter Cell eventually came to be. But for the time, more like Metal Gear. It's a good game. It's a good game. And it had a pretty much good replay value to it. And the AI was like some of the best on the PS1 if memory serves too. Like, it was not one of those games that had very stagnant AI. You know, it had like, you could play it multiple times over and the AI would be completely unpredictable, making it so like playing the game didn't feel very samey. Which for a PS1 game is pretty damn impressive. He said count them, so I did.
Okay.
Anyways, back to trying to figure out whatever this Bubsy game. It was somebody who worked on Bubsy, worked on a failed game. I'm pretty sure, and I'm trying to figure out what it was. I could be thinking incorrectly on something, but I feel like it was like one of the Bubsy, somebody who worked on Bubsy made like a battle royale game, I almost want to say. It was like a zombie battle royale game, and it was horrible.
So one of the 60 million ones of those games.
Yeah, exactly. And it was horrible, and whoever it was like trying to say it was like good, and it wasn't, or something. I'm trying to figure out what the exact game is, though. Bubsy history. The story behind the world's greatest video game mascot, as it's never been told before. This was written by Bubsy, no wonder. Fuck you, Bubsy. It's on tedium.co. Huh. Today in Tedium. I'm looking for this game now while you're going through this as I can.
This one is rough for me.
You think it's because your Warmonger's just not maxed out?
I mean, it would help, but I'm pretty sure I did it at level 2 when I went through on the stream before and I didn't have too many issues. I think the real issue is I just don't have a lot of Veritanium upgrades on it, but I don't have Veritanium to spare. I'm down to 0.
You did say this game was very strained.
It's supposed to drop when you attack enemies. It doesn't. That's why it's strained. Another bug, probably.
Yeah. I'm still looking for this. The zombie game created by the developers of Bubsy 3D is now crazy taxi.
Oh, if only.
And Days Gone new game mode is basically just crazy taxi. It's great. I love it. It's crazy though. I mean, I guess given their history though of Bend Studio, the fact that they worked on Bubsy 3D and the next game they made was apparently Siphon Filter, that's kind of insane. Makes me wonder why everybody gives Accolade all the credit. I guess it's because Accolade's name is on the box. They were just the publishers.
Yeah. Well, they're also the copyright holders of the Bubsy IP.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they, what's it called?
Basically, like, whenever people talk about Sonic, they just say that Sega made it when... Sega themselves very rarely make their own games. Like, even their in-house studios, like, that's still not entirely Sega.
Yeah. That's crazy, though. Oh, just kind of like how people will say Sony make games, which, yes, Sony does make some games,
yeah, they do, but...
not as many games.
Well, yeah, like, Insomniac is not Sony. Naughty Dog, Sucker Punch, all those, like, they're not Sony. Even if they're owned by
even
them.
from Softwares and Sony, I feel like I've heard people say, like, oh yeah, what's it called?
Who has said that from...
What?
Like, they're multi-plat.
Sekiro. Well, not Sekiro, Bloodborne, sorry.
So, you can have exclusives.
I know, but there's a ton of people that I know have...
A ton of people are stupid.
Created it. I know. Which is even weird, because, like, that's clearly a Souls-like game. Sekiro, on the other hand, is not a Souls-like game, so if somebody confused that and it was an exclusive, at least there would be a bit more reason behind it. But I feel like, and speaking of Insomniac games, I feel like I've heard people say, not Ratchet and Clank. I feel like people know Ratchet and Clank is Insomniac, but every time I've heard people talk about the Spider-Man games, I feel like people have always said, yeah, Sony made that game. Like,
it's literally the same developer. I feel like I've heard Insomniac whenever Spider-Man comes up.
You know why I think I might have heard... well, yeah, you did it this time. You know why I think I might have heard it from some people? Because technically Sony made the... like the Sony movie studios made some Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, that was so long ago. So removed from everything.
That's the only thing that I could think of. Oh god, they're bringing ASMR?
Alright, it's time for this nightmare again. See, for this one wouldn't be abysmal if I owned the weapon so I could put Raretanium in it. But I don't. I can't afford it. Not like I would want the weapon anyway.
So what exactly makes this weapon as bad as you've stated?
Because it's a very slow rate of fire weapon that doesn't do any damage. Remember, I have the RPG thing on, so I can see whenever I deal damage. It does nothing. And there are plenty of other items that stun and do damage. So why would I want the one in the game that doesn't?
You're not allowed to throw your weapon here?
You can, it's just not very optimal.
So, the slow rate of fire is the thing that would honestly deter me more than anything. Because, like, it doesn't seem too terrible on paper if you did, like, a quick, you know, hit and then a quick swap to a better weapon. But also doesn't seem like the greatest thing in the world. I could definitely see why you don't like the weapon. I'll give you that. But honestly...
like, this is a better showcase for it than it's ever gonna get otherwise.
Yeah, fair. I don't know, does it freeze, like, bigger enemies, too? Because I was gonna say, I don't know how to...
very, very briefly, for, like, maybe a second.
Ugh, okay. At least the one in, like, a crack in time, even though that was a single target, which at least this has the luxury of not being a single target. The one in the crack in time is, at least that one freezes bigger enemies for, like, a fair amount of time.
Oh, yeah, you got the box breaker. I was pretty sure I already had that, but okay.
You have like a mini radius one. Hopefully this is a bigger radius one.
Play. Okay, and defeat Skolo the Secret Bee? Again? This game really does like recycling bosses.
I feel like ever since I mentioned that, you're starting to notice even more.
I already knew.
Yeah, like I knew you already knew, but it seems like you're just noticing like even more. Well, to be fair, this is the. I feel like it's no excuse for like the base game, but this is not the base. Like this is the what's it called? Like the whatever the hell it is, the arena. So at least I feel like I give them slightly more leeway too. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. What is the point of the freeze weapon?
Yeah, when this stuns too, and it does damage.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking about the.
Yeah, like this is the weapon I think, and when I'm like, okay, this is a worthless weapon. Why would I ever want it?
Sure, the weapon you were using was good. Don't get me wrong, but I honest to God think that the sprinkler was better there. Honestly, them mixed together was good because any moment that he was like open, he would immediately get stunned and then would freeze up again from the sprinkler. The temporary gun? Temporary? Tepiary? I don't know what the word is.
One that turns into a garden.
Yeah. The one that makes it turn blue.
Yes. This one.
Just because it's level 5 doesn't mean you won't use it. To be fair, I don't
I mean,
think.
if I'm ever going to use it, it's going to be on a boss. Like this.
Yeah. I'm glad that these big bosses get fixed, by the way.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I like Zircon Jr. is still talking. Oh, this level to finally. It's Ricochet now instead of Ricochet.
The Ricochet, I like that. It's the Ricochet, but it hurts more.
Yeah, I'll see a problem here. Do I have any that I can level up?
Just use the Toxic
This whole
Tepiary.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a boss. I would just... For most bosses, especially because this is the arena, I have a feeling that these things don't gain that much HP, or is it different in this game? Oh, say no,
Most games most games you gain a decent amount of experience. It's only really Ratchet 2 and 3 where they cap it.
You don't gain jack squat in a Kraken time.
Gain
Like,
some
when
crap.
I played through the arena in a Kraken time, and I gained no experience. Went immediately after I finished it, went to a new planet, and gained a ton of experience. And I was just like, wow, this place sucks. Or, well, sucks for EXP, obviously. This is good for others.
Gives you monkey. Right, and I got another piece of armor that I already have.
Harping off.
Thanks, pre-orders.
Hey, at least they give people another way to get said armor. Plus, you get bolts
sure.
out of it too, so, you know, it's not like you get nothing.
Yeah, and I get the stat bonus, because the stat bonus is locked off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's actually a good incentive to still make you go for it. Either way, then.
Might as well go
What's
for
this?
this trophy, because it's simple. It's jukebox. Supposed to
They play
change
the
the song a few times.
And a monkey.
I think it is.
Rubicon Trance. The Booty Wobbler.
I thought it would have popped by now. It's only supposed to be 3 songs. Do we have to put out?
Look at that monkey. It's like Donkey Kong.
There it is. Hey, long back DJ. Okay. Oh no,
So
it
it's
is
actually-
still trophy
is this-
progress. I was
is this
wrong.
just-
Okay.
Does this just change? Wait, what did you say?
I was wrong. That is for trophy progress. Look at that monkey.
Look at him. Look at him. Did you even get a thumbnail of this part? I can't even remember.
Yeah, I did. I got Kit.
Oh, you're right. For some reason, I thought we recorded 2 parts today, and my brain just fried.
Ah,
Can you even buy a new weapon now?
probably. Got a good number of
Ooh,
bolts.
he's gonna get the ice weapon.
Not if I can help it. Especially
You
now.
upgraded Mayo.
I know I need it eventually.
Look at that, you could get the cold snap.
Yeah, screw it. I'm saving it for the Black Hole Storm. Because both those weapons are honestly pretty bad.
Aw, what did the other one do again?
The Bombarder, it's... I guess the closest thing I could compare it to would be something like the second item you have on the blaster in Jak 3, where you have that circle disc that just spins around and shoots. but consider that mode with way less bullets.
Aww. I like it. I like that weapon in Jack 3. I think it's
No,
not
in
as
Jack
good
3
as
is
the ricocheting
fine.
off the wall, but it's still fine in Jack 3. Ooh, get up there. Get up there. Ooh, break the game. He's doing it. He's doing it. He's gonna break the game. Oh, he did it. You're not supposed to get up here, probably. I guess we're gonna end the part here, because Mayo's doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, next time we'll be going to Ardolus of Ratchet, so see y'all then. I'll toast
you
you
guys,
toast.
the next part, where we go find Captain Quantum. Chicken tenders are amazing. Don't forget to subscribe. If you hit that bell button, Mayo will come to your house with a Keyblade and force you to play through the entirety of the Kingdom Hearts series, and then go write an essay about what the story means. So yeah, so that is probably the worst threat I've done yet.
Bye.
Bye.